Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Hale. This video will show you how to add the IXL Math application onto your iPad. The reason I decided to do that is because there were several people having problems actually accessing the IXL site at home, and many of the ones that were able to access it at home were using iPads, and we're just using the regular format that is meant for PCs. So you certainly can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. It is just a little bit more difficult on an iPad because the kids find themselves having to scroll down to put an answer in and scroll up and down and all around to actually see all of the answers. So I thought I would just show you how to do IXL on your iPad. All right, here we go. So open up your iPad. I have mine sitting in front of us. Go to the App Store. And then up in the search, you're going to want to search for IXL Math. IXL Math. And there you see IXL Math Practice. You're going to want to hit the download button. And it really doesn't take too long to install as long as you have a halfway decent internet service. Really should only take a few minutes. And now it has installed. I'm going to hit the open button. And this is the first screen that you will see when you first load IXL on there. Now I'm going to hit my home button and show you that it has popped up here. The application's all loaded and there it is right there on my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into that. The very first time you log into IXL on your iPad, you're going to have to put your username with @Saugatuck at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and use my daughter Lauren's. So your username is always your first initial of your first name and your entire last name. And then you want to put @Saugatuck the first time. And that's it. And then, of course, the password that we've assigned the kids is 123. Now, you're going to get this pop-up, and it's going to ask you, it says custom sign-in. Do you want to save your custom sign-in page? You definitely want to hit save here. Because if you hit save, then you won't have to put @Saugatuck in there on every subsequent sign-in. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the home button here a minute. And there's my IXL app. This is what it looks like when it opens up. Now this looks a little bit different. I've gone over this with the kids in class, so they shouldn't be surprised and they should be fairly savvy in how to use this. Looks a little bit different than when you log in on a PC, but it's okay. It's very simple. Now, show you some basic things here. All of these very colorful modules are just a new way of listing the modules, where before they're just found in a list format. When you want to see what grade you're working in, go ahead and hit anything in blue that's highlighted in blue is going to be something you can click on, something you can tap into. So I hit grades, and if I want to work in first grade on the first grade tab, I'm going to just click on first grade, and all of the modules that are available pop up in different colors. Okay. Now let's say I want to do some subtraction practice. So I'm going to click subtraction, and there it lists underneath subtraction all of the separate modules that I could do that are all related to just simply first grade subtraction. Okay. So then I'll just click on, let's say I want to subtract doubles. Okay, subtracting doubles, and then here we go. The really cool thing about doing this on your iPad using the application that's meant for the iPad is here's everything all in one screen. You've got your timer, your smart score, which just keeps adding up as you do problems correctly, and then it tells you how many problems you've done as well. And at the bottom here you see there's a submit button. That's really how you're going to enter your answers. So very easy. I'm going to tap into my answer area, and a little tiny keyboard comes up with just the numbers that I need. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then right down here, I'm going to hit submit. And it says, yay, I got it. Now let's say I'm done with that module. I can go up here to the blue word that says done. and it tells me, you know, where I'm at with any of the particular modules. Now, let's say I'm looking for something. Like, let's say I just want to try anything. I'm going to search, let's say I want to do number lines. So I'm just going to type in there number lines. And anything that includes number lines is going to pop up. Oh, here's one, number lines for first grade. So I'm just going to click on that, and then it automatically brings me to a module. Now, this is, by the way, a really good one for our class, something we're really working on. So there's a way to search. I'm going to say that I'm done. If I want to see how well I've done, I can always go to my awards, and it's going to give me all my prizes, and it's going to tell me in any grade that I've worked in how many questions I've answered, how many medals I've earned, how many minutes and hours I've practiced for, a lot of good information. And let's say I've worked in several different grade levels, which a lot of my students have. I'm going to go ahead and hit a grade, and then I can see anything that I've done in any of the areas. That's just for awards. Now, if I want to change settings or sign out, I hit settings, which is that little gear here. This is where I sign out, just like that. And now you see, after I've signed out and saved the first time, @Saugatuck shows right up. So now next time I log in, I'm just simply going to put my first initial of my first name. Whoops, might help if I spelled it correctly. And then my password. Very simple. And then it's just a really quick login. So every time I log in, I'm going to pick which grade I want to work in. You know, I want to work in first grade. I think I want to do some work in estimation, and then it tells me in estimation there's only one module. So very, very, very easy to see, very easy to work with, very easy to get in and out of. Yeah, that's it. I hope you have a good time using IXL Math on your iPad.